Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm going to wait and see who wants to join me today. There goes the bat signal. It's been a crazy week. So, I've been gone all week. I think the last time I was here was Monday, so I apologize. It really has been a very crazy week for me. So, we're going to try to catch up a little bit today and see what kind of energy we got going. I'm still working on mine. My energy is tired. It's not bad, it's just tired. So I hope somebody would like to join me, and if not, I'm going to talk anyway because I feel like I need to. I feel like there's things that are ready to pop on out of my face. So it's going to pop on out anyway. So it's Sunday. It's August. Oops, we're freezing already. It's August something. I'm out in the woods. It will probably be an in and out signal today, and I apologize. I can already see where I'm losing bars. I need the woods today. I haven't been out in my woods for a few days, so I need it. So I'm out here and I'm going to take a walk and enjoy it, and if it doesn't come through, then hi John. But I just have some things. I have things that are coming about inside of me, and so we're just going to sit here and talk it out. And if I lose signal, I lose signal. It's not meant to be. It has been a very long, crazy week. Share it out, John, please, because there might be a few people that need to hear this. There's a lot of heaviness. There's a lot of craziness on the planet. I was looking last night. I got home and I was like, this horrible earthquake in Haiti. We often get all locked up in our own personal, things, and we've suffered another death in the family. So I hate the word death. I just got called out on that. Another crossing over in our family. Somebody that I dearly loved. Not unexpected. Back home. I believe she's back home. Steve's mom. I believe she's back home with Steve. She sent me a message this morning. She's okay. She's okay. And we're all going to be okay. When we get older like that, things happen. So it's a great loss. It does hurt to lose people that we care deeply about. Feels very much like a mother loss to me, more than a mother-in-law. She wasn't my mother-in-law for that long. It was like Steve and I were only married for 3.5 years. We were together for 6.5 years, except this woman was so kind and so loving that she just everybody's mother. She just took me and accepted me. And I remember the first time I spoke to her, I said, you did something right, because you raised the most amazing person, and I'm so blessed to have him in my life. And she looked at me and she laughed. Are you talking about the same Steve I'm talking about? She is amazing. And always, I remember the memorial service. She said, I wasn't sure he was ever going to find the right person. Listening to you right now, I know that he found the right person, that you were it. And she always supported me, and even after he passed, she just made sure to keep on reaching out to make sure that we were okay. So somebody that I dearly love, and I was blessed enough to be, by some miracle, to be where she was yesterday so that I could spend time with her in the process of her crossing over. So it was a blessing. So that's what my week has been like. I had a daughter here from Chicago who brings total chaos typically. So I've been very busy with her. Ended up driving her back up towards Chicago. Ended in Indianapolis. Spent time with with Steve's mom, somebody's mom, and Steve's family. And I'm back. I drove another 10 hours last night in pounding storms to get here. So that's where I am. Rachel, good morning, good morning. So where are we today? The world is crazy. Rachel, I know you're struggling too. John, we all are going through some very, very difficult times. Here we are. And somebody's car keeps going off. I wonder if there's something wrong. I may have to go on a rescue mission. I'm here in the woods, and the car horn keeps going off for some reason. It's going to get us through the whole show, too. I may have to go do a rescue. You may just have to let me go. I may have to go figure out why their car keeps going off, if they've fallen in the woods or something. Anyway. There, it went back off again. It went back off. It's okay. No, there it goes again. Sorry. I get so distracted. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. I really am okay. It was a difficult day yesterday. It's difficult. You know, we know where they're going. We know that, you know, we're crossing over. She's going back to family. She's had so much loss. And so I know she's okay. And it took me some time yesterday. I did catch contact with her on my way home driving. And I did this morning. I got a very sound message from her. She's perfectly okay. She's okay. So it's all right. It's the wind causing the lights, the car horn to go off, do you think? I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Rachel, she was, you know, the mom that everybody wishes they had. So, it's difficult on her family, I'm sure. They're a beautiful family. I was blessed to spend more time with them yesterday. I feel that more than anything. I feel blessed to have been a part of the whole process, to have been called, to have been heading in that direction, which was a 10-hour drive, and I was going in that direction anyway. See, these are the miracles of life. Somehow, it just comes down. So she gets in a little fight with the girl that drove her down. The girl takes off. I'm stuck driving all the way up towards Chicago, and then I get the contact that Steve's mom has fallen, and then it's not looking so good, and I'm like, I'm coming up that way. I just happened to be coming that way. Is there anything I can do? And it just turned out by some Steve miracle that I was in the right place at the right time. So it's all perfectly okay. It's emotional, it's difficult, and we heal and we get through it, and it's sacred and it's beautiful at the same time. So yes, it's been emotional, it's been difficult, and it's also beautiful. That's my balance, my Libra balance. So where are we? It's been since Monday since I was here last. I've got just pretty good signal right now, so we'll keep on going. I wish that everyone, Rachel, I wish everyone could have that kind of mother. I do. And I tend to try to overcompensate for everyone that hasn't had that kind of mother. Because we all need to know how loved we are. We all need someone to say, hey, you're perfect, you're beautiful. You know, just be that. The song that I got this morning from her was The Perfect Fan by the Backstreet Boys. I'll post it later because it talks a lot about the mom being the perfect fan, teaching you how to walk, teaching you how to, you know, do all these, and then having your back. We all have that. We all have that energy. Draw on that energy, Rachel, because there is definitely Mother Mary energy. There is this energy coming in from the universe, and so we can focus on what we didn't have. We can focus on, you know, feeling really lost and alone as a child, or we can focus on who we are now and the energies that we can call in, and we can call in angels, and we can call in Mother Mary. We can call in the energies of Ascended Masters, Yeshua. We can call them. So when you're feeling so alone, it's all about stepping up and saying, wait a minute, I'm not that lost little girl anymore. I've been there. I've been hurt. I've been traumatized. I've been abused, and that's not me anymore. And I know who I am. See, that's why we experience these things, so it'll wake us up, so that we begin to look around and remember who we are. Who are you, Rachel? Who are you? You're not that little girl. You're not a victim. You're powerful. And all you got to do is call in your team and ask for help whenever you're starting to feel down, whenever you're starting to feel that pain. Ask. They're always around you. You just have to ask them. Okay? Please remember that. I think that's probably the reason I'm here today. It's so easy for us to forget who we are. We get up around other people. I've spent the whole week with my daughter. I say that because when I spend time with my kids, I can fall into my weakness. I fall into mom mode. I'm everybody's servant. And she and I, because we had to drive together such a long way, we had a lot of long talks about the truth, because I'm not just mom. I'm not just this little puny human. There's more to me than that. And my kids have a hard time saying that, because I raised them, because they just see me. I mean, I'm their own kind of superhero. I was there. I did the best I could to make sure that they were always okay, no matter what we were going through. I dropped her off with some friends in Indianapolis, and I sat there in the car, and I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I got to find a motel room. I don't know what's going on with Steve's mom, and I was completely lost. And my daughter sent me a text, and she said something like, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being the mom that you are. And I know how powerful you are, Mom. I've experienced it before. And I went, oh my gosh. I'm sitting around thinking that my kids can't see my truth. And yet there are times when we step aside, we put our physicality aside, and that strength comes through and they do see it. And she at the age of 30 at least is able to see that there's more to me than just this physical puny human. And so it touched me, and it gave me the strength to keep going the other night. So I needed to share that story with you guys. I'm a basket full of emotion today. I could sit here and cry all day, and it's okay. It's not negative. It's there's so much. There's a lot of pain, and I've been processing a lot of pain, and I am in such gratitude for the opportunity of being able to be a part of that family and be a part of her crossing over, and to be able to be there yesterday. There was a point when I just kept looking at her thinking, I wasn't even thinking it. It was like, I just need to touch her head. I don't know why, but I need to reach out and put my hand on her head just like this. And I wasn't sure how they would take me because they're not quite where I am spiritually. And I thought, I'm just going to stay in my own corner for a while. But I kept feeling her energy, and I kept trying to send her what she needed, the comfort that she needed to cross over. And right before I had to leave to hit the road again, she was still with them. But she wasn't conscious. She was never conscious. She had a serious brain bleed, so she couldn't talk to anyone. But I just went over to her, and first I touched her shoulder, and then I reached up and I touched her head, and I just said, I love you so much. And in that moment that I did that, she moved a little bit. She responded slightly with movement, and I thought, how precious. What a precious moment. What a moment that she was reaching out to me, touched my head, and I reached out to her and I touched her head, and she responded. So beautiful day. Beautiful day. And I feel as if she's going to be around, and I feel as if I'm going to hear a few words from her. I already have. On the way home, I was working my way through a lot of storms, and I'm driving along, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, there you are. And we started talking, and she was basically just talking through me, because I was like, why do you love me? You barely know me. And basically she said, I love you because my son loved you. I love you because you loved my son so much. It was that kind of conversation. And I found out later that was about the time she passed. It was right around 8 o'clock. That was the time I was talking to her, so she must have been checking in. So all of my stories aside, it was I think that it's important for us to realize that as difficult as it is, and as final as death seems, there's no finality in it. There really is no finality in it, that we have this this sense of that everything continues, that there is no end to anyone or anything. And so instead of focusing on what we're losing and feeling that finality of I'm never going to see them again, we reach out and we say, wait a minute, where are you? Where are you? I could feel her energy yesterday. I knew the day before that she was already, I got the message from Steve that she's already home. So she was spending more time at home than she was really already gone. And yet, the whole process, I don't fully understand it, and I'm still processing it. I know they're close. I know they stay close to the body until that body decides that it's completely done. So I know she was close to us. I felt her presence, and I wasn't going to talk about this the whole time, but it seems to be coming out of me anyway. Hi, Stefan. I feel blessed. That's all. I feel blessed to have been a part of it. And so I don't want a bunch of people saying, oh, I'm sending you, loving energy, because as difficult as it is, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, and it was a blessing. So they are together. They're very much together. So and when we go into situations like that, we experience so much energy from those people who are coming into the room. There was a lot of family. And so it's a matter of me sorting through it today, what's mine and what's someone else's, and trying to let go and step out of a lot of the energy that I picked up in the process. So that's my job today. I'm okay, Rachel. I'm completely okay. I might shed a few tears every now and then, but they're good tears. They're okay. I really am really very much okay. I'm blessed to have known her. I'm blessed to have received the kind of love that she offers, that she gives to the world. And so, and to be called her daughter, basically, you know, is that to be a sister, to be in a family, another family, that is such a blessing to me. So I feel like it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it is lovely. It is. Thank you, John. I used to run from things like that. This life continues. Here's the message they have for you today. This life continues to teach us. This life will continue no matter what we go through, no matter where we are. However, wherever your energy lies, wherever you decide to put it, if you decide to focus on the difficulties that you've had in your life, if you decide to focus on those things that your family couldn't give you growing up, the love that you needed from your parents or whatever, you will continue to receive lessons. You will continue to repeat that pattern. And if you focus on the love, and if you focus on the things that so much, my gosh, so much love that we have in the world. My daughter said something last night. I said, I don't understand why they just take me right back in like that. Like, you know, I wasn't a part of their family that long, and they contacted me right away, and they welcomed me. And the night before, I was like, is it really my place to be there? Should I be there? You know, I was really questioning myself, and it's crazy. It's crazy stuff. That's my ego. Because going into that room and being there, I was completely welcomed, and I was a part of the whole process. And so my daughter last night, when I asked her about that, she said, Mom, I just think that's a sign of how many people you've got. And I just sat there and I went, you know, you're exactly right. That's lesson. My kids teach me all the time. That's so important for us to pay attention to the love that we have. Because when we've been neglected, when we've been abused, when we've been traumatized, when we've gone through grief, when we've gone through all these lower vibrational energies, we often, humanity, if you look at the news or anywhere around you, humanity spends so much time looking at the negative side, looking at the pain. For whatever reason, we want to just dwell on the hard stuff and on the pain. And as we do that, our souls continue to call in the same lessons, trying to teach us, okay, this time, can you do it differently? Can you do it differently? It's like this constant test to see if we can actually focus on this differently. And so yesterday, as I was sitting there, I was like, this is such a sacred moment. You know, I told that to her sister. I said, as painful as this is, the chance to be here, the chance that she's given you to be beside her as she goes through this process of crossing over is so sacred. I still remember that with Steve. Yes, it's painful. Yes, when you get done, you'll feel like, oh my gosh, give me something so I can just sleep this off for 2 years. But but in the process of someone crossing over and leaving physical form, there is such a sacred energy in the room. And if you will focus on that and take your eyes off of what you're losing, what you think you're losing, you can fully experience and immerse yourself into the process that we have all gone through before, and we will all go through again. The fear falls away, and it is basically a birthing process. It becomes, I've said that oftentimes, it's like everyone else in the room disappeared. Steve and I were in a process of really sacred energy of a birthing. It's just a different kind of birthing. The birthing that you're used to is coming into physical form. The birthing that he was going through was leaving physical form. It's the same thing. I promise you. As a matter of fact, it's actually more beautiful because the pain goes away. The actual birthing process that we think is so sacred, that's painful. And it's the beginning of a lifelong series of pain. But when we're stepping out of physical, we're leaving all the pain behind. So we're just looking at it upside down and backwards. If you're going through it, if you know somebody that's going through it, I've seen some people lately that are going through it very differently. They're changing the way that the dying process looks. They're turning it into something sacred. They're bringing back that knowledge, that knowingness of this is not the end. We never end. You never end. She is all around today. She is in the butterflies, and she's in the songs that I hear. I've already received one song from her. She's all around me this morning, letting me know. I already opened up to her. I said, any messages, please come through me whenever you're ready so that I can pass them to your family. And whether they're ready to receive or not, I'm not holding back anymore because the world needs to know there's so much death and suffering. We suffer when we lose someone because we don't understand that there is no end. And that needs to be passed along. So that's why I'm here today. I didn't really know why I was here, but that's why I'm here today, to remind you again that everything that you've lost, you think that you've lost, you've actually gained. That this world is only temporary. We're only temporary travelers here. We're only here for a little while. Stop taking it so seriously. Get your butt out into the woods. Go out and enjoy life a little bit. If you're really, really down and you're really depressed and you'd rather not be here at all, then start looking around you. The second that butterfly starts buzzing around your head, I promise, it's going to have an effect on you. Watch for the dragonflies. Get outside. Enjoy yourself. If you're not in the greatest place, at least stand barefoot on the earth and let the earth renew your spirit. Take the time to sit down. Get to know yourself. Get to know your true self. Know that you are an eternal being, that you're never going anywhere. It's only your physical body, as Steve said. The body is... this is what he said. Let me get it right. This came from Star Trek. The body is an empty shell, treated as such. We love that person when they're in physical form. We hug them, and we kiss them, and we talk to them, and we enjoy them. And when they leave that physical body, it is just an empty shell, and they're free to fly. And so you never have to lose their love. They didn't go away. The body only goes away. The soul, the spirit, is flying free, just as we will one of these days. And we know it, and we've done it before. And when we get ourselves, we're also afraid of it. But when you get to that place, there's nothing scary about it. You are surrounded by loved ones. You're surrounded by angels, and you are guided to the other side. And if you miss that, we'll help you. We'll help you get there, I promise. So, hi, Lisa. So that's really all I've got. If you guys want a few quiet moments, that's why I'm here in the woods. Is that Ina? Ina? Yeah. I think I stayed on the planet. One of my biggest purposes here was to remind people of how eternal we are, that we're so much more than people have taught us, and that the dying process is just a birthing process into more life. So there's no end to you. There's no end to those that we love. Pay attention. All right, you guys, we got just a few people. We got, what, 5? 5 is a great number. Let's be still for just a minute. I feel like it's important for you for a second to focus on those that you have lost, that you might be missing. And be in that space with me. You know, it's okay. Don't be afraid to put yourself back there, to be in that space of wishing that you could experience their energy again, because when we do and when we get quiet, oftentimes they let us. So we're going to gather those that we miss, those that we love today. So I want you to just put your feet down. I'm going to take my shoes off. I'm not outside, but I can imagine. It's right there. The trees are right there behind me. I really am out in the woods. I'm going to turn it around. There we are. There's water right through on the other side of those trees. So instead of looking at me, I want you to look at the trees, and I want you to be in this space today. It's incredible, these mountains are. They make me happy, and I've been away from them for a few days, so I'm coming right back to enjoy them again. So take a big breath. Feel your feet on the earth. Just as if you were one of those trees, you're growing those roots deeply into the earth. Deep, deep down, reaching towards the core, just as deep as you can. I want you to see yourself standing there like a tree. We're all in a forest. All of us, our loved ones, are trees too. They've grown deep, deep roots into the earth. They're a part of nature. They're a part of everything, just as you are. You are no different from them. You're still in a physical form, and yet you are this beautiful, amazing spirit that grows and grows and grows, and it never stops growing, just like those beautiful trees. Feel your soul right now. I want you to call in your higher self for just a second and feel that. Feel that presence right in your center. Take a big breath. That's you. That love that fills that center of you, that is you. You are the most amazing being. And from that space, I want you to imagine yourself sitting in a circle with those that you love right now. We're all gathered together in this beautiful forest, and there's a space right in the center. The ground is packed earth, and it feels smooth under your feet. There's a circle of big boulders. These boulders here are like 200 million years old. They're so amazing. I want you to find one. Get yourself comfy. Sometimes I lay right down on them. And as you're sitting there or laying there on that boulder, I want you to think of someone that you've lost, that you really, really miss right now. And I want you to call them into you. And if you don't have anyone that you've lost, it can be a pet. It might be your higher self that you'd like to spend time with. It might even be a famous actor or a singer. Anyone. Anyone can come to you. Just call them in. Take a big breath. I see Steve and his mom coming to me, smiling big, so happy to be reunited. Take a big breath, enjoy that presence, whoever came to you, and just sit there. I'm going to go silent for just a minute. I want you to just enjoy any kind of communication that you can receive from them. So if you have a question, if you think of a yes or no question, that's the easiest way to start. Watch their lips move. See what they have to tell you. And if you're better at channeling, you can just sit there and have a full-on conversation. I find that the easiest thing to do is just start talking. You start talking, you ask a question, and pretty soon you start receiving the answers. So just for a couple minutes, sit with me and enjoy their presence. Just breathe in that energy. Isn't it beautiful? They come to us. All we have to do is take the time to raise the vibration. To sit quietly and raise your vibration by breathing, by pulling all of that love into your heart. And when you're filled with all of that love, your vibration is so high that you're so close to your higher self, to the angels, to your guides, to your loved ones. And in that moment, you'll feel them, you'll hear them, you'll know that they're close. Practice that. Keep breathing. They're still present. You feel that love? We don't have to feel like orphans. We don't have to feel like we're all alone. If you're feeling like you're all alone, it's only because you're not taking the time to reach out to the love. Just take the time. Make yourself take the time. Sometimes we have to teach ourselves to do it every day. Sit down on the floor, find your quiet place. Mine was my bathroom floor. If that's the only place that's quiet for you, take a blanket and a pillow into your bathroom. Take a candle and light it. Sit down on that floor and start reaching. Start raising your vibration. That love is still surrounding us. Thank you guys for joining me in that. We're thanking all the angels and all your loved ones. Archangel Michael for protecting every one of you, wrapping you up in that big blue bubble today. Loving you so much. Thanking these loved ones. Ever present. That's what I got. Ever present. They're ever present. It's not like they ever really go away. We just push them away. That's all it is. They're ever present. You have this beautiful team around you. They're always close. They want you to know that. You're never alone. You are not an orphan. You never were. You are so loved. They are all around you always. And no matter how alone you feel, they will always help you through. Just remember to look for them. And in those moments when you can't even think how to ask, just, I know you're there. Just something. Just know that they're there. Just use that. Use that phrase in that moment when you're ready to just quit. I know you're there. And they go, okay, let's show her. In that moment, they're like, yes, we are. You're right. You are right. We are here. We're always here. A part of your loved ones will always stay close to you. It doesn't hold them back. Don't listen to anybody that tells you that. It doesn't hold them back. They can be in a billion places at the same time. But the part of them that you knew in physical form will always stay close to you. It's true. All you gotta do is remember they're there. And the more you notice the signs and the symbols, the more they give you more signs and more symbols and more presence. The veil is gone, guys. The rules have changed. We are very close. Always know that. I love you guys so much. Please bring yourselves fully back into physical before you decide to go operating any heavy machinery. Enjoy your day today, knowing that those that have gone on before you are very present and they love you so much and you are fully supported always. Please take good care. Thank you, John. Archangel Raphael, I've been calling in greatly. I am feeling better physically today, so I appreciate all the healing that has been sent. I'm finally making the turn, so I greatly appreciate it. Take good care of yourselves. I love you guys, and I'll see you again very, very soon. I'm going to do this more often. I need to get back to work. I love you guys. Bye. Hi, Carol. I saw you sneak in there. Take good care, guys. If I didn't say hello to anybody, if I missed anybody, I appreciate you so much. Take good care.